Hi everybody, it's Holly and thank you for joining me today on my channel, Smile by Holly. So look at these adorable little mini albums that we are going to be making today. It has that cute house theme. Oh my gosh, I think it's so cute. That little puppy just makes it so fun. So let me just show you. Now, these albums on the inside are very simple, just for the fact that I wanted to use these to actually put photos in. But you could certainly, add cute embellishments or pockets or flip out pages. But let me just kind of show you. I've just used a variety of colored cardstock and this cute pattern paper. So fun and so simple. So anyway, that is what we're going to be making today. I actually used my silhouette cutting machine to cut like the fence and the tiny tulips in the window. But this would be so simple. You could easily make a rectangle door, a rectangle window, but just know you don't need a cutting machine to make this. This was just a scallop punch that I used for the shingles. So go ahead, try it out, and see what kind of fun, cute little house front that you can make. Now, I did get this idea from a cute channel. It's called Cat's Studio, and she had made a whole bunch of Christmas cottages that I thought were adorable. So with spring just around the corner, I thought it would be fun to kind of make a fun little spring themed house. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're not going to be decorating the album. I had actually made one and then made another one going through each step, but I didn't have the video on. So dang it, what we're going to do now, rather than going through and decorating a whole nother album, I am just going to show you how to put the base together and then let your imagination run wild with fun things that you can do with your album. So this is what you're going to need. You will need 4 pieces of cardstock that are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, 4 pieces, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is, once again, 4 1/4 by 9 1/4. And then our last page is 4 1/4 by 7 1/4. Okay, so go ahead, get all of your cardstock cut, and then we'll go ahead and score. So bring in my scoreboard. So this is the page that is 4 1/4 by 7 1/4. And you want to score this at 2 inches. Okay, now let's bring in our bigger page that is 4 1/4 by 9 1/4. And you want to score this at 2 and 7 1/4. Okay, now let's bring in all 4 of our pages. On the 5 1/2 inch side, you just want to score at a 1/2 inch. That is going to make our tab to actually adhere it into our mini album. So on the 5 1/2 inch side, just make that score line at a 1/2 inch. And one more, and then I'll show you just how easy it is to put this cute album together. Okay, I'm going to quickly fold and burnish everything. I think by doing that, it just makes your album, a little bit more crisp, especially when you use something like a bone folder. Just nice, crisp burnishing. Okay, so we've got those done. Let me just fold and burnish our outside cover. Now, I had made both my houses out of white cardstock, but I think this would be so cute to make a colored house. So whatever you want. Now, here are our 2 base pieces. What we're going to do is just add some glue. This is the one that is 9 1/4. And add some glue onto this little rectangle here. And this is where we're going to hook both of ours together. So we're going to take this little tab right here and just set it right on top. You can see how it fits in there just perfect. And I like to kind of stand my album up and make sure everything is matching just perfectly. Okay, and then get it folded. Okay, so we've got it all hooked together. This is going to fold over, and then that is going to fold over the top. And that's what makes our cute little house. So fun, right? So fun. Let me show you how we're going to do the pages. Bring in all 4 pages, and this is just as if you were going to be doing a waterfall album. I don't know if you've ever done those before, but it kind of looks just like one of those waterfall albums. So I'm just putting glue on the tab, and I'm going to line it right up here to this first score line. Now, one thing is the pages are the exact same size as the album. So I like to stand my album up and make sure that everything is lining up. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with that, you could just ever so slightly cut your pages down by just a sliver, you know, because you don't want them to poke up on either the top or the bottom. But I just like to take a little bit of extra time and just get it lined up, and it works out just fine. Moving on to the second page, we'll add some glue onto our tab. And you know, you could easily use tape adhesive if you feel more comfortable with that, but we're just going to take our second page and just butt it right up against that first page. So just butt it right up against that. Once again, you want to make sure that this is lining up with the bottom of the album right here and then the top of the album right here. Okay, so do a little test as you add each of your pages on. And I'm just pushing them down real good with the bone folder, and then I like to hold my album up. Yep, that's lining up just nicely. Okay, let's take our third page, a little bit of glue on our tab, and just butt that right up against the second page. Stand your album up, make sure that's lining up. Now, for our very last page, what you'll want to do is just slightly cut off, maybe a 1/16 of an inch of the tab, okay? You want to make sure that this part closes, and so I found that by trimming that down ever so slightly just ensures that this part closes. So I like to just take every precaution, cut it down just a tad to make sure that it's all lined up good. Okay, butt it right up against that third page. Line it up to this bottom part and line it up to the top part. Okay, I'm standing it up, lining it up. Give it a good burnish. Oops, that moved. Okay, and so there are kind of our waterfall pages. So simple, right? This folds over, and then that closes it up. And then what I did is I just took some Velcro from Dollar Tree and put it back to back and then centered it right on the underside. Sat my album up and lined it up good, and boom, there is the base to your cute mini album. And then you can go ahead and decorate it as you please. Let me just give you a couple of measurements for the pages. So you'll need 8 pages, so front to back, 8 of these pages. 4 3/4 by 4. That's going to give you this nice little border all the way around your pages. Now you will also need 3 pages that are 5 by 4 for the inside cover, the back cover, and then the very back. So 3 of those that are just slightly bigger. So I hope you have a fun crafting day. You know, if you like the video, give me a big thumbs up. I would also love to have you subscribe to my channel. So happy crafting, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.